Hi, families. Hi, parents, more specifically. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that we're stuck inside and we need to have something fun to do. Well, you can initiate some fun, and it might get messy, but you know what? Sometimes a mess is worth it if it means the kids get to experience something memorable. So, one of the things I did with my kids on rainy days a long time ago, but goodness gracious, this would be the best thing to do right now. We're stuck, and you could make it big. Check this out. I used to get as many pillows and blankets as I could, and I brought them to the living room. And then I don't have couches that have pillows that come off, but I used to have this great couch that had these big, huge pillows, top and bottom. And we would build a fort, this fortress. We'd bring all the chairs and we would face them so that the backs of the chairs were all lined up. And then you can lay a blanket over the top. And then you might want to put a dictionary down to keep them from caving in. And then you put another blanket over the top of the couch. And then you bring in flashlights and you make it fun on the inside. Let the kids spend a whole day or two underneath that fortress. Maybe a whole week. You don't care. No one can come over anyway. You know, this age range, my age range and a little bit younger and a little bit older, we had families that wanted a house perfectly spotless all the time. Well, that's just not the real world. The real world is sometimes your house gets messy. The reason why I like having people over is I actually clean up because people are coming over. So, while people aren't coming over, make a mess and be okay with it and let down your parent guard about a mess, okay? Build a fort. Make sure you can get inside of it too. Read books in that fortress. Watch a little video on your laptop. Make it so much fun. Take pictures under there. Let your kids make arts and crafts under that fort. Go crazy. And it'll all get cleaned up, and tell them you'll help them clean up because, we're a family and we're all going to do this together. I think you'll love it. I loved it with my little kids. And now they're older. And guess what? When we were allowed to have a play date or a sleepover, one of my kids built this huge fort so they can sleep in it in my living room right here. We had to get creative. We had to use my chairs and we had to get a lot of blankets, but they were able to have two kids sleeping on the floor and having a great time together. And they cleaned up the next morning. It was great, and it's totally doable, and it costs you no money. Okay, so my next tip for something fun to do when you're indoors is get those kids in the kitchen. Go ahead and start baking. Make them make dinner with you. Make them do the measurements. Make them turn on the oven. And get them familiar with the life skill of cooking or baking. This is something that they want so badly, that close time with mom or dad or both in the kitchen, because a lot of our quality time is in the kitchen because we all like food. Okay, so take the time to get to know your kids and watch how they listen to instructions. Have them read the instructions on the box. This is a life skill. Teach your kids life skills while you have a chance. They can't go anywhere, so they're going to listen to you, okay? All right, and then my last tip before the 5-minute bell comes is try something new with your kids. Like my daughter just bought a sewing machine not too long ago, but she hasn't really taken the time to use it. So I think I'm going to read the directions with her, and I want to learn how to do it too. And then I can make a mask if I have to. Take the time to learn a new skill. I really want to learn Spanish. Maybe now's a good time for us all to learn Spanish so that if we ever go somewhere again, I'll be able to communicate with someone in another language. That might be wishful thinking. Okay, so 3 things. Make a fort. Have some fun with your kids indoors, especially because it's free. Get in the kitchen and bake with them. Get messy. It all gets cleaned up. It's wonderful. And kids will remember it for the rest of their lives. These are the things we want to put in their long-term memory. This is a short-term memory. Long-term memory. Miss Freitas loves to put the fun stuff and the important stuff in your long-term memory, okay? And take pictures during this time. Just because you're not at Disneyland doesn't mean that your pictures don't matter. This is an important time. They will never forget it. And when we survive this whole coronavirus thing together, we'll have some memories too. That's a good goal. And then the third thing, don't forget, give it a try and learn something new with your kids, because then you have that bond as well. It's something that you can say you both did it together, and it's a new thing. So I like learning new things. I always do. All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming. Oh, Zoe wants to say hi. There's Zoe, my dog. She's a real good girl, but she is just as stir crazy as I am when we have to go for walks. But now I'm going to make a mask and wear it when I go. Okay, you guys. Thanks for listening. I hope that's helpful. And there are cheap and expensive ways to keep your kids happy and busy at home during this crazy time. Take care. I'm thinking about you. Bye. See you.